Day 2 of getting a hair transplant in Turkey. This is the stem cell operation day. I knew today was going to be a big day, as the plan was to get my stem cell treatment with Vera Clinic, as well as star in a TV show with the Discovery Channel that wanted to follow my journey. So we went down to the main lobby to grab some breakfast, which, by the way, the breakfast at this hotel is amazing. I actually looked forward to it every day. And while we were getting breakfast and eating, someone actually came up to me, and they were in Turkey getting a hair transplant with Vera Clinic from my videos. So shout out MJ, bro. Thank you so much for coming up to me. I'm so glad I met you, and I hope your hair journey went great. Super excited for your future. Then we went and met the film crew for the Discovery Channel, and I got mic'd up and I started filming my first few scenes with them before we headed out to Vera Clinic. I got in the nice little fancy van provided by the clinic, and we headed over there. Once we arrived, I filmed a few more scenes for the show, and then I went up for my consultation for my stem cell treatment. It felt crazy to be back at the clinic. As you guys know, I came here last year to get my first hair transplant. It really is a beautiful looking place architecture-wise, and all the staff is so nice. Big thanks to everyone for treating me so kindly. They began the consultation by showing me photos of myself from last year before my first hair transplant, and I can't believe it's already been a year. It felt wild to look at this. And then we got into the nitty-gritty of it all, and the doctor explained to me how the stem cell operation is done and why it works and is beneficial for hair growth. The treatment only takes about 15 minutes long, and you're awake the whole time, and they numb up your stomach, and they put a needle that's about 1 millimeter wide into your stomach, grab those stem cells, and then they put these stem cells in the top of your head. The reason why it's so beneficial, especially for a hair transplant, is because the most important part of these grafts that get placed into your head is whether or not they survive after the initial procedure. And in order for them to survive, they need to heal properly. And stem cells do exactly that. Their job is to heal things. So with these added stem cells that will be in my head, it's a lot easier for these grafts to heal and survive how they're intended to. And this could even help dormant hair follicles that might be in my head from last year's transplant, or even dormant hair follicles that are in my head just naturally that are too weak to grow. It genuinely is beneficial in every way when it comes to hair growth, and I'm very happy I did it this time around, especially for my final hair transplant. And with that, my consultation was complete, and then they had me fill out some paperwork that I had to sign, and then we went downstairs to the operation area where I had to change because it was time to get my head shaven. I then filmed some more scenes with the Discovery Channel as they gave me my blood work because they needed to check my blood value as a procedure before a stem cell operation. Then they took some before photos because after this, it was time to have my head shaved. So unfortunately, this is the only footage I have of my head being shaved. They wanted to film it for the TV show, and they wanted the stars of the TV show to actually be the ones shaving my head, and their PR team said that I'm not allowed to post them publicly yet as they haven't announced the TV show yet. So unfortunately, we're about to have to cut to me being a baby's bottom. But with that meant we wrapped for the TV show, and it was time for me to actually get the stem cell treatment. I was feeling great, looking good. Honestly, I look pretty good bald too. I can rock it all. I was feeling happy. You could see my hairline beautifully now, as you couldn't see it last year when I used to go bald. So that first transplant gave me a good base, and the second one will complete the mission. So obviously my cameraman Nick couldn't come with me into the room while I got the operation. So this is what I looked like right after the operation. I was feeling a little bit loopy from the sedative that they give you, but I'm not even kidding when I say it literally took less than 10 minutes. You can see right here the little millimeter spot where they went in, grabbed the stem cells, and my head is red here because they just put them in, but I wasn't in any pain. I was feeling great. I was honestly a little high from the sedative and just in good spirits. Then we went back upstairs to wait for the driver to come pick us up to bring us back to the hotel, and you can wear a hat after this. You can just go back to normal life. I just couldn't shower for 24 hours, which is fine. And also after this, I get the rest of the day and the following day as a rest day to just explore the city and treat Turkey like a vacation until I get the transplant on day 4. Oh yeah, I also did an interview with Vera Clinic about the process after that as well. Pretty cool stuff. So then we got back to the hotel, and we were both starving at this point because we hadn't ate since breakfast. So we ordered some room service, got some simple burgers. Don't be mad, I'm eating a burger in Turkey. I was hungry, okay? And you know what? The thing smacked, so I'm not even close to being ashamed. But don't worry, we did get kebabs the following day when we went out in the city. A couple hours passed, and we decided to go to a mall nearby just to check it out. I wanted to see the culture, see some locals, and shop a little bit. And this place was beautiful. We walked around for a little bit, and then we actually bought some baklava. For the very first time in my life, I tried it, and it was amazing. And then we got some dinner at a nice local spot in the mall, and then it was closing time, so we went back to the hotel. We then just fell asleep because we were exhausted, but stay tuned for day 3 where we went and explored very famous landmarks in the city of Istanbul while we were in Turkey. This was probably my favorite day while we were there, and I'm super excited to show you guys all of this. I also strongly recommend you all go and watch the long form vlogs that are posted on my page as well, where you can see every single clip and part of the experience. Thank you guys for all the support. I love y'all. See you soon.